So what's next up for September? Well, the autumn equinox is coming up. So this year it happens it's a Monday. It's the 22nd of September, and it happens at 7:20 p.m. Irish time. So what's the difference between an equinox and a solstice, since we have two of each a year? Well, an equinox is when the sun is directly over the equator, resulting in roughly equal lengths of day and night across the globe, apart from the north and south poles. Now, this occurs twice a year, around March 20th and September 20th to 23rd. Now, a solstice is when the sun's apparent path is farthest north or south of the equator, leading to the longest or the shortest day of the year, occurring around June 21st for the summer solstice, or December 21st for the winter solstice. So on the day of an equinox, the sun will rise due east and will set due west. So it's a good day to calibrate the compass on your phone or just work out where they are. The word itself, equinox, translates from the Latin word aqueous, meaning equal, and nox, meaning night. So equal nights. If the sun rises at 7:30, it sets at 7:30. Makes sense. Now, this is all across the globe. So the Earth is tilted on its axis at 23.5 degrees. This means that the sun illuminates either the northern or the southern hemisphere more, depending on where Earth is along its orbit going around. However, at 2 points in the year, the sun will illuminate both the north and the southern hemispheres. These are known as the equinoxes. Now, astronomically, the four seasons centre around the equinoxes and the solstices. However, there's disagreement between those who see the equinox and the solstice as the start of a season and those who represent it as the middle of a season, like June 24th being Midsummer's Day. Some people say it's just the start of summer. Meteorologically, by contrast, meteorologists tend to divide seasons into periods of 3 months based on the average monthly temperatures, with summer as the warmest and winter as the coldest. And on this basis, for most of the northern hemisphere, the autumn months are usually September, October and November. Now, the harvest moon is the name given to the full moon that occurs closest to the autumn equinox as well. Historically, the light of the harvest moon was said to enable farmers to work late into the night, helping them to bring in their crops from the fields. The harvest moon usually falls in September. Now, also, for those located at high northern hemisphere latitudes, in Ireland we're at mid-latitudes, but for high latitudes, according to NASA, the autumn equinox paves the way for increased chances to see the aurora borealis. The equinoxes are prime time for the northern lights, and geomagnetic activities are more likely to take place in the spring or the autumn than they are in the summer or the winter. Follow me for more.